Hi, I'm Locke Wilford at Dublin Nissan, and I want to invite you to come see us during our summer celebration.
Come into Dublin Nissan for the ride of your life. Nissan Altima starting at $18,988 plus 72 months at 0%. Come into Dublin Nissan and see the completely redesigned 2016 Nissan Maxima. Come into Dublin Nissan and get a Versa Note starting at $14,988. Come into Dublin Nissan and get up to $8,000 off on a new Nissan Maxima.
Make every ride the ride of your life in a Dublin Nissan. And remember, we are the only dealer you will ever need.
Hello, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Terrio, and we've got our Georgia girl back here in the studio with us, Miss Shenita Hunt of Rolls Voice Entertainment Incorporated. How are you?
I am wonderful. It's so great to be home. It's always great to get away from the city hustle and bustle sometimes and come back to your roots.
Well, we're glad to have you here. And, you know, unfortunately, why you had to come here initially is to check on your mom.
Yes, my mom actually came to a CD release concert of mine in May in Miami. She actually surprised me, my dad, my aunt, Ruby, and my mom. And unfortunately, my mom did not have a great experience there. She suffered a light stroke at the concert. So once she was released from the hospital in Miami, I came back here to make sure she could adjust to her home.
And how's she doing?
Oh, she's doing remarkably well. We are so grateful and thank God that she's able to really recuperate and really go through rehab to get all of her old energy back. So we're really wonderfully blessed. We're really looking forward to her getting back to her old routine.
Absolutely. Okay. And of course, we love your mom. We love your family. Such a staple in the community. And so our prayers and our hearts go out to you all as she's recuperating.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so we're glad to have you here for this moment, and we want to talk to you a little bit. It's been a while since you've been back here to sit here on the couch with us here at TV 35. So we want to know what's been going on. Like, how has things been for you? We know you've been really busy down there in South Beach and in that area down there in Florida.
Yes, the whole South Florida area encompasses Broward County and Dade County, and wherever else our services take us. Since I was here last, which you guys did a wonderful job at filming the first half of the concert back in November 2013.
It's been that long?
It's been that long, Pat. Can you imagine? So since then, we've done so much. We've expanded somewhat. We have new music. We have the company has expanded to do more recordings for other artists. And we have released a brand new CD.
Yes.
And so we're going to talk about that very soon. But more importantly, I want to bring another concert to Dublin at some point.
Oh, we would love that.
So we've done quite a bit, and I can't wait to share that with my hometown people.
Oh, we're glad you're doing that. And how's Richard?
Oh,
your right hand man.
Richard is fine. While I'm here, Richard holds down the whole South Florida team. And he's still involved with the marketing and promotions of things down in South Florida while I'm here. So Rolls Voice has 2 locations, South Florida and Georgia.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So how rigorous has your schedule been? Because you're talking about all of these engagements, and now you're recording for others and things like that. How rigorous has that schedule been for you?
You know what? Music never stops.
Right.
Whether you're writing, if you're writing something and you are a person who has the talent to perform your own music on an instrument or sing it and record it, then you're always doing that part of it whenever you get a chance. Whenever I'm out performing for other people, that means I'm taking sound gear, I'm taking music equipment with me, and I'm out performing. And so we're always the group who shows up first before the event starts. We're the ones who are performing during the event, and we're the last ones to leave.
Oh, yeah.
So it's always that type of schedule at any point in time. Whenever people call us, then the calendar gets filled with different things. And throughout the week, too, I record and work with other artists who are in the Miami area who are working on CDs. Some of them are also singers in their churches.
Right.
And so throughout the week, I'm scheduling them to work on new material for their own careers and their own experiences in the music business.
You know, and so people don't always understand that. They just see the finished product.
Absolutely.
You know, they see the CDs that release. They see how your stage presence when you're on stage, but not realizing what goes into making all of this work.
Absolutely. It really, really is a lot. And it can't just be you. You have to have a team of knowledgeable people who are part of your group, people who you can depend on.
Yeah.
It's so important. People who know what they're doing, who you can depend on to help you get things done at a professional level. You know, it's one thing to have some people who are available, but if they can't get the product done at a level that's acceptable in the industry, then it's no good.
And you know, and that means a lot because there's a lot of pressure in the industry.
Yes.
There's a pressure for perfectionism. You know, you hate to say that.
Absolutely.
None of us are perfect, but there's still that pressure.
Right.
You know, and so when you have a team, when you have people backing you, you have to be able to, for one, you've got to trust them in their gift and in their area.
Absolutely.
Because if you try to do all of it on your own, it's going to burn you out.
It's going, not only that, you're not going to get it all done in a timely manner. A lot of times it's about timing. You know, it's being at the right place to get something done so that it's presented at the right time when there's a hunger or a thirst for something. You just have to have it ready.
Absolutely. And you know, Richard, of course, he's marketing you, you know, he's selling you, so to speak. Tell us about those different avenues that you utilize to kind of sell, because you have to put yourself out there.
You have to.
Because you're a product.
Absolutely.
What your voice is your instrument, but you yourself are that product package.
We have to make sure our website provides people all the services and goods that we offer. We have to make sure that our Facebook page stays
active and current.
Exactly, with things that we're doing whenever we're somewhere else, whether I'm doing a performance of my own or we're doing something for somebody else. We're sponsoring other people. We have to make sure that people know we're out there. And we have to stay up on our emails, on our texts, on our Instagram, on our Twitter, that kind of thing. And it's a lot.
It is a lot. And in this day and age, you know, there's so many different avenues to market yourself.
Right.
And you know, your genre and your voice, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so, but you're utilizing markets in order to, you know, put yourself out there, where some artists are like, you know, they don't even know how to do that.
It's true.
Because if you stay in your box,
exactly.
how can you get out? So what do you say about that?
If you're talented and you're working towards a career, as you start to talk to other people who believe in your talent, it's going to open up new avenues for you to think about some other things that you need to add to your career or what you're doing in order for you to expand and get to where you're wanting to go. I'll have to be very honest, I never thought I would be a sound engineer, but because I am singing and recording my own songs, you get to the point where you say, you know what, I believe I can probably learn how to do this to get my music out a lot faster, or to get it at a level that I can send it to a mastering engineer and he can get it to the point where it sounds radio ready. You have to just start allowing that little small voice to speak to you and say, what about going and getting this? What about going over here and learning how to do this? And that's what I did. So that I would advise anybody to just start listening to what your gift has to tell you about what it needs in order for you to broaden yourself.
Absolutely. And see, you didn't start off knowing all these things. You know, you didn't start off that way. You've been in the music industry for quite some time, but you know, it was a process. Would you say, you know, for those out there who are just now starting out or need to find out what is it that they need to do in order to go to that next level? Right.
I have heard so many people say to me, these are famous people out there in the industry, who have said to me, if you are a singer, don't worry about being famous, just sing. Yeah. And once you have something to offer, they'll come find you.
That's
so
good.
You've got to really, really work on what it is you say you do, learn how to do it very well. And once you do that, they'll come find you. So I would advise anybody who's trying to do it, trying to work on their product or whatever, just do it. Get involved, start doing it. Find other avenues to be with people who are like-minded. Right. You know, and that'll broaden exactly where your opportunities are.
And you know, the Bible tells us that our gifts will make room for us.
Right, absolutely. And look at me, I'm right here.
Look at you, you know, we're so proud. You know, we're so proud of you as a community.
Thank you.
At what you have, where you came from, you know, and where what the road that you took to get to where you are. You're still climbing.
I am Always. It's never-ending road to this whole thing.
But you come back.
Oh, of course.
You come
That's
back.
important.
You come back. And so that's good. And so you talked about people that believed in you.
Yes, yes.
We all have people that may surround us.
Right.
But, and they'll believe in you when you're doing well.
Right.
When you're successful.
Right.
But what about when you're really still trying to make it?
What about when you transition from something that they're familiar with, that they liked, that you know you should be doing, that will broaden and take you to the next level?
What about that?
There are some people who won't understand.
Yeah.
Everybody's not supposed to understand.
Yeah.
This is your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know that, like I said, that still small voice
Yeah.
that says, I believe you should do this. And I did some of those things, and people didn't understand. I took a whole year off of my career just to learn how to engineer.
And and when I listened to you, and we, before we started recording, we had prayer,
Yes.
which I appreciate. When you talk about when you transition, and to still have those people there, that requires faith.
It does, absolutely.
And how big
absolutely.
a part does your faith play in your profession?
If you're going to be in this business, you have to have faith. Because you never know when you're going to be in a situation where what you're doing as a ministry is going to touch somebody,
Yeah.
or you might think it's not touching anyone. And you will leave there not knowing whether or not you did anything to
Right.
help somebody. But you will get it back. And there are times that I have gone to performances or I've sung at services, and just going into the congregation or the audience, I've heard people say to me, I was going to go home and do something terrible. And because you sang something,
Okay, God.
it changed my mind.
Yeah.
I've heard that several times. I've had people to say, I want you to write your name in my Bible and give me a message that I can look at, so when I read in my scripture, I can remember too that you're the one who blessed me with a song.
Wow.
To
And-
go with my readings. I mean, different things.
And when you
people
hear stuff
say.
like that, things like that are so touching and mean so much
Yes.
to that other person, what feeling does that give you as an artist when someone sees what you do as ministry and they see it as healing and they verbalize that to you?
Then you know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know that your gift is not being used in vain. You know that your service and how you're using your gift is what you're supposed to be doing. And then, like I said, if the reward is not that you got 100 hand
Yeah,
claps,
right.
or the reward was not that you got a whole lot of money from the event or the performance, the reward was that you touched somebody who can take something with them and help to, help them to feel okay about their lives when you're not around.
That was beautiful. We're going to pause right there, and we're going to come back in just a moment. We want to talk about some of the venues that you have ventured into, and we'd like to see some clips of some of your performances,
Absolutely.
okay? And we're going to finish this up in just a moment.
Okay.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, with Ms. Shenita Hunt.
Hello, I'm Karen Atkins, the host of This Blood Ministry. I want to invite you to our new program Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. The ministry's mission is preach the gospel, heal the brokenhearted, preach deliverance, heal the sick, and save the lost through Jesus Christ throughout our community. We will have testimonies from people that the Lord has touched. So please tune in Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. And may God bless you and your family.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Ms. Shenita Hunt. She has just been so inspiring to us today, talking about how her journey has been and this amazing CD that she has out now, Color My World.
Yes.
Clapping for you, right?
Thank you. That is a dream come true.
Yeah.
That CD itself. It took almost 7 years to complete
Wow.
that album. It started out with an idea of just the basic chords, the musical part, and I handed Richard the cassette tape. If you guys old enough to
Old
know
school,
what
no,
a cassette is.
exactly.
And I said, I've got this song. This
Yeah.
is the first one I finished, and I want to get words to it. He said he could put words to it, and so I handed him the cassette, and he wrote the words. And Color My World
Color My
somehow
World.
became the title cut for the album.
Wow. I mean, in some of your songs, the best is yet to come.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Nobody has ever seen their best work
Wow.
because the best is yet to come in everybody's life.
You said 7 years.
Yes.
Some people can't even fathom that. Because everything, you know, when you think about it, when you see the people that others tend to idolize, and they buy their records, you know, they watch their videos, and they think that all of that can come in an instant because you have a gift.
Well, let me tell you, that project itself kind of haunted me for as long as it did, because I said, I don't have an original album. I feel like I'm partially
Yeah.
an artist. But God blessed me with the live in concert gospel CD
Oh, wow.
that you all have already.
Yes.
And I used to say to myself, I don't have an album, I don't have an album. But I had been singing all over the United States and the Caribbean for years and years and years. And the engineers were recording my songs. So that presented my first album that was not my own songs, but it was my first album. Then I did a cover album of some of my favorite artists, like your Whitney Houston's,
Right.
Brenda Russell, not Brenda Russell, but Olita Adams, who sang
Right.
Brenda Russell's Get Here, your Mariah Carey's songs. Those types of songs I started to sing. Then I had my second album. So the third album, while I was working on the other two and selling those, the third album, which is my first original,
Yes.
was being recorded by engineers and people in the studio who thought they knew what I wanted but didn't
Right,
know.
right.
And I kept getting products or goods that weren't finished. And I said to myself, I need to stop, go to school,
Yeah.
and get what I know is in my head that I can use to make my album become what it's supposed to be, because it is my vision.
Yes. And
You
this
know,
is
it's
your
God.
baby. This
It's
is your
my
baby.
my baby.
You've given birth to something here.
I've been around
Yeah.
engineers for so long. I mean, I've had them to tell me what this does, what that does, but putting your hands
Yeah.
on the equipment yourself was what I needed, and I took a whole year doing that. So I did basically all of the vocal recordings on most, I won't say all of them, I did have a little help. But I did most of the instrumentation on those songs. So you hear me playing drums, you hear me playing, yes, drums.
You have stretched yourself,
Absolutely,
Shenita.
I have stretched myself. Electronic drums I'm playing, electronic bass guitar, electronic, whatever I need
So
to,
what-
horns.
So you went back to school.
I did.
And what did you
I already knew how to play the piano.
Right, right.
That's something I had before.
And
I
so
left
what did
Georgia.
you go back to learn these other things? What did you?
South Florida has a broad scope of study there, and so I went back to a school called Miami-Dade College, where all the University of Miami students are now professors.
Right.
So University of Miami is my alma mater.
There you go.
Okay, but I had to take 2 years to go there,
Right.
and that's 2 years of being able to take off from your own job, that kind of thing. I said, no, let me go to Miami-Dade, where I'm getting the same
Same thing.
experience.
Yes, you are.
Right. So I did that for a whole year.
Oh, wow. And now here you go. Color My World.
Yes.
And you're bringing it to Dublin.
I'm bringing it to Dublin. The CD has been here since March. I did put it up on Facebook. Some people have known about it since March.
Right.
But I realized that if I don't kind of make it, I guess, a local broadcast somewhere at one point in time, then others may not know.
Right.
So the CD is here. They are for sale. You can always contact me. I have my business line here. You can call me at 305-826-2858, and we can meet and I can get you the CD.
And so they buy it, can they purchase it only online or they're
No, they can only purchase that particular CD right here with me, physically.
You got that, don't
Yes,
you?
right here.
Oh my
Okay?
gosh.
We're working on the whole online concept. If you're an artist, you'll find that online is not always your friend, the
Yeah.
contract. So you have to work out the negotiations to get the best contract for you to sell your products.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're bringing a concert here.
Yes, I am.
The date and time is to be determined,
To be
and the
determined.
location.
Absolutely. We're hoping that people will really come out and support this concert like they did back in November 2013.
Absolutely.
My concert release, my CD release concert had a 10-piece band.
Oh my gosh.
Because the instrumentation is so broad on this album. I need horns, or I need strings, I need guitar, I need bass, I need drums, I need backup singers. So that's a really big group to bring here, and I've got
It
to
is.
make sure I get people to come out before
Absolutely.
I can finance this whole idea.
Absolutely. So people, you're hearing it from us here with Shenita. Now, and two, you need an opening band or singers or
I do, absolutely. I'm looking for an opening act to open up the whole concert. If you are interested in presenting to us some of your audition music, please give us a call at 305-305-8886 and ask for Rich. That number again, 305-305-8886 and ask for Rich.
All right. And you have sang in so many different venues.
Yes, I have.
So, and how do you have to change anything depending on where you are, or
You go prepared with whatever it takes in order for you to look good, sound good, and make sure the audience has a very good experience.
Yes.
So I never travel without extra gear, extra sound gear. If they say we're providing PA and all that, I still bring my truck.
Yeah.
I have a big truck.
You
I still
always
bring my gear.
Yes.
I bring my own engineer, my own gear.
But that's wisdom.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
certain venues don't always have it together.
Absolutely.
If you can be real about that.
Absolutely.
And so as a professional, you want to make sure that you're represented well. And a
Yes.
lot of times we have to put it in the back trunk.
Yes. If people say they want the Shenita Hunt experience, I have to make sure I provide that.
The
every
whole
time.
experience.
It's not up to the venue to make sure the Shenita Hunt experience
Right.
happens in all cases because they're not aware. I have to make sure I have it. And clothes too.
Yeah.
I brought another set of clothes here, didn't I?
She did, and you look. I love that because
Sure. Yes.
you know what it requires,
Yes.
and you are prepared. And so, what message would you give to artists out there? Because you've pretty much given it already about how important you have to be prepared.
Right.
And so what message do you have for those? And it's not like you're a perfectionist, but I know you're probably like me with a little bit of OCD when it comes to, we're keeping it real. We're in the group,
Yes.
But what message do you want to leave with the people out there?
There's so much that you need to do to say that you are doing this to your fullest. And anyone who wants to do this, if you don't think you're singing well enough, then find somewhere you can go get some more training in your gift. If you want to be a songwriter, then find out if there's a place to go, even if you have to travel to Macon or Atlanta
Right.
once a week in order to get the class or the workshop or the conference. And go and get the experience in what you say you want to do. And again, get around like-minded people who think
Yep.
like you, who have
Yep.
the same dream, the same career that you have. And work with what you already have. I imagine you have a lot of things that you're not using that you could use.
Yeah.
Start with that. Start with reading manuals to a lot of the gear that you already have. If you don't have your own microphone, you want to be a singer, go out and find the microphone that best suits your voice. So every time you show up somewhere at a church or you have to sing at a public event, you've got your own microphone. You're not relying on somebody else to have your own, type of equipment for what you need.
Absolutely. And how many times have you done that? And it's like the letdown of, okay.
I can't remember when I did not bring my mic. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how long I've been prepared.
That you have been
myself.
prepared.
I've always, once I have done that starting out, didn't have the right gear whenever I was singing somewhere, some of the band members would say, we need to get your own
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, but
And I
you
just do
learned.
this- Exactly.
You
I
learned.
Yes.
As you lived, as you progressed, you learned.
Yes, I learned. So.
And thank you for sharing that back,
Oh,
bringing
you're
that
very
back to us, And you and I are on different avenues, but I think we're still both creative artists. And I think with me as a
Yes.
performer, I knew that I was gifted,
Right.
just a God-given talent. But I went to 2 acting schools
Oh, wonderful.
to study on camera and film acting. And then I went back and got my master's at
Okay.
40 years old now.
That's okay. That's all right.
In theater with drama therapy, because I knew, like you say, you knew you had the gifts. You were doing things already,
Right.
but you needed a little bit more.
Absolutely. Yes, the
Yeah.
gift will tell you what it needs.
Yeah.
The gift will tell you, I need this, we need to do more of this, or this is your weak point, you need to strengthen this.
Yeah.
You have to start listening.
Yeah, and you're doing those evaluations of yourself, the self-evals
Right.
of what you need and the areas where you need to change and tweak a little bit.
Right, exactly. Absolutely. I'm doing that. And here again, I'm working with other artists. I'm doing
Yeah.
a lot of stuff now on the computer. I started using Pro Tools. I've used Digital Performer. I'm not a great Logic software person, but now things call for me to expand. And I'm recording other artists now in the studio.
Oh my God.
And that's very exciting.
That is exciting.
exciting.
And you can see how you've evolved, can't you?
Yes, I can. And I can see how much happier I am.
Yeah.
Having more control over my career.
There you go.
in the
There you
recording
go.
sense.
And we know your mama's going to watch this and just He's so
I
proud
am
of her
so-
baby.
Mama and dad.
Yeah, both
and my
of them.
whole family, and my teachers, and those
People
who
that
saw me
have
grow up
seen
in my
you,
church.
yes, that remember you when.
Absolutely, yes.
I think that everyone, especially them, that they're watching you, and they're watching you blossom.
Yes, they are. And a lot of them have been waiting for me to do more and expand. And
Yeah.
this album is nothing but something that they've heard me talk about, and now they've gotten a chance to experience
Oh
it
my.
themselves.
So you are definitely coloring your world.
I am. I'm coloring your world, hopefully. Those who would like to purchase this CD and listen to the songs that
Absolutely.
really have a wonderful message. And I can't take credit for all of them, but the song that I wrote, all that I consider my 100% creation was That Was Love. A song that talks about my grandmother who first started Miller's Soul Food. It was called Miller's Food Center. And just her hands on us as
Yeah.
children. And that song was sung at her funeral. And I put it on the album too.
That's why this is your baby,
Yes.
because you have so much of yourself poured into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why this is special. All right, we're gonna watch a little clip of Shenita as we enter the end of this show. Please purchase the CD. She's got information at the end of the show of how to contact her, email information, website, Facebook, your Instagram, all of that, all of that. We definitely want to support her and her efforts and everything she's doing, and we're so pleased to know.
Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you guys for what you do here at TV 35.
Absolutely, we love you, girl.
Thank you. Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shenita Hunt, Rolls Voice Entertainment Incorporated, coloring my world. Very good. Love it.
Thank you.
Get more muscle for your money with Dixie Chopper mowers. We've been handcrafting the fastest and toughest mowers in the heartland of America for over 35 years. Whether you're a homeowner or commercial landscaper, Dixie Chopper has a full lineup of zero-turn mowers with 0% financing for 48 months. No other mower has the speed, power, and performance of a Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Your local Dixie Chopper dealer is Brooks Contractor Supply, located at 2748 Highway 441 South, Dublin.